Hi and welcome to Steve's Kitchen. I'm feeling particularly lazy today, so I'm doing mug meals all throughout the day. That's breakfast, lunch and dinner. But they're not going to be boring. We're going to start off with bacon and eggs on toast. I kid you not, bacon and eggs on toast, all in a mug. Come on, let me show you how. Now this meal works best with a slightly oversized mug. Come down here. Now I know this is naughty, but we are going to trim our crust off because I want it about as round as the cup is, but very roughly. So just take off the corners. I'm just going to nibble away at the crust to get a sort of semi-round piece of bread. Now I want you to lightly butter the bread on both sides. So we're just going to turn that over and do the back as well. Then you lift your bread and pop it into the bottom of your cup and just push it against the sides. I have a piece of bacon here at the middle and I'm just going to cut it into slices. And if you like this fatty bacon at the end here, keep it in, it does add a lot of flavour. Take your bacon and pop it on top of your bread like so. That's what you're looking for. That's going to go in the microwave and the oils from the bacon are going to penetrate into the bread and turn it into a lovely crisp toast. Now I've done that for a minute on full power. That's about 1,000-watt microwave, and if you just come in here, now you see the bacon started to cook. Another 30 seconds and that'll crisp up a little bit. So after 2 minutes you can start to see the bacon has crisped up. Next we're going to take our egg, we'll just break that on the side and just break your egg over the top of your bacon. Now I like my eggs still to be runny, so I'm going to do 30 seconds. If you like a firmer egg, just a little bit longer, but not much. Now look at that, the yolk's beautifully runny, the white is still a little bit soft. Now you can eat that straight from the mug, but I just want to show you something. I'm going to pop this out onto a plate so you can see. And yes, I know my white's a little bit runny, that's the way I like it. If you don't, just cook it for an extra 10 seconds. Now if I slice through that, you would be surprised that the bread is lovely and toasty. You see, we've even got toast underneath. Now let me give this a try. Bacon and eggs on toast in a mug, so delicious, really, trust me. Now I love my bacon and eggs and I can't get over how great that is in a mug. Crispy bread, so delicious. Now join me a little bit later on, we're going to have a spot of lunch. See you back here then. So we started the day with a fried breakfast. I want a lighter lunch, so I'm going to make a quiche, a lovely quiche in a simple mug like this, and I'm going to make my own bottom. Cheeky. Now come down here. Now it really is very simple. We're just going to take a couple of tablespoons of all-purpose flour, approximately a tablespoon of butter. We want to season this with a little bit of salt, and this is optional, but I like a little pepper in there as well. And then just get your hands in there and just sort of rub the flour and the butter together. So you're looking for this loose sort of breadcrumb. Take your glass and we just drop what is basically a short crust pastry into the glass, and then I'm just going to pack it firmly down. So that's our little quiche base. We're going to make the topping. So either in another cup or a little bowl, just take one egg, a tablespoon of thick cream. Now I'm not going to salt this, but I am going to put black pepper in there. And then I just want to whisk this together until I get a nice even mixture. That looks about perfect. Now we've got about 30 grams or an ounce of cheese. It just needs to be cut up into some small cubes. We just drop that in there with the egg. And a little bit of ham. I'm not really certain, you can be fairly flexible how much you want. I'm just going to again cut this into strips and then small cubes. Just drop that in with the egg and a little bit of spring onion or scallions. And I just want to slice this and get a little bit of the green in there as well. Now if you wanted to, you could add anything into this quiche at all. A little bit of red pepper, some chili if you want. Here is my cup. Pour that in on top of our pastry base. So I've got that just about a little over halfway into the microwave. This will only take 1 minute and it will be perfectly cooked. Now that puffs up really high. Actually, when I took that out of the microwave, it started to drop back down. I'm just going to take some spring onions, pop that over the top. There you have it, quiche in a mug. And I'm going to give this a try now. I know this tastes good. I've had it many times before. let's dig in. Now I want to get right the way down so I get some of that pastry as well. We're just going to pull that up all together. Look, that's perfectly cooked. We've got some lovely stringy cheese in there as well. You can see the steam coming off that. It's still a little bit hot. Here goes. I should add a warning, that is super hot and that'll burn your tongue as it almost did mine, but my, that is really, really delicious. Actually, I'm going in for another piece. It's cheesy, it's well seasoned, the base is fantastic. So that is our quiche, that's our lunch sorted out. Let's get on with the day and I'll see you back here for a lovely dinner. So the evening's drawing in and it's time for dinner. But Steve, we don't want any more eggs. Can't we just order in a pizza? Well, we can, but we can make it in a mug. We're going to use this oversized mug again. Just come down here and I'll show you how we make, this one's going to be a margarita pizza. We'll start with just 4 tablespoons of all-purpose flour into the bottom of our mug. Season it with a little salt. And to help the pizza dough rise, I'm just going to put 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder in there. Now 3 tablespoons of milk. And 1 tablespoon of the lightest olive oil that you can find. Now get a fork in there and just start to mix this together into a nice pizza dough. Now develop a nice elastic texture like that. Won't take a few seconds. Now we want our pizza dough to be fairly flat, so a tiny bit of oil on a plate. Take a spoon, the back of a spoon, get some oil on there and just level that pizza dough down. The trick to good pizza in a mug is a little bit of herbs, a little bit of oregano perhaps. So that is the pizza dough. Now let's take a tomato or a pasta sauce. This one's got a little bit of onion and garlic in it. I just want to pour that over the top. Maybe about 1.5 spoons. Don't go too heavy and we'll just level that out. And because I'm doing a simple margarita, I'm just going to take a couple of rounds of mozzarella and just lay them across the top. Now I'm keeping this simple. I'm going to decorate it with a little bit of basil. Now this is super quick, just 1:20 in my microwave. It's about 1000 watt and it'll be ready. Now come and take a look at this. How beautiful is that? Just like a proper margarita pizza. Now is the pizza dough actually cooked like it should be? I reckon so. So the last meal of the day, pizza in a mug. Let's give this a try. Now see how beautiful and light that pizza dough is? I can just show you it's crumbly. Got a lovely, wonderful stringy mozzarella. I'm just winding that up to just break that off of there. Little bit extra of the sauce and here goes. That's just amazing. It tastes just like pizza. It's fantastic. A little bit of fun to end this day off. Meals in a mug all the way. If you do decide to try any of these recipes, please share across some pictures on social media. I'd love to hear from you. It's been a bit of fun today. You take care. Share the love. Give this one a thumbs up because I'll see you in the next video. Be good. Now, after all that savory, I know some of you are going to want a dessert, so we'll follow up very shortly with my favorite, absolutely delicious mug desserts. See you there. And by the way, I'll leave some links up here to some other videos. As always, comment down below. See you shortly.